When we look at Americans' reaction to President Obama's decision to take executive actions on immigration, we find several cross-cutting variables of interest. Number one, immigrant status. If you were born in the U.S., you have a significantly different view than if you were not. Second, race and ethnic status. We'll get to that in a moment. Hispanics and other non-whites, significantly more positive than whites in this country. And finally, politics. Of course, politics has an impact on everything, and I'll come back to that as well. First, let's look at immigrant status. Simple question we ask, were you born in the U.S. or not? Putting all Americans together, look at the difference that makes. Only 37% of Americans who were born in the U.S. say they approve of President Obama's actions dealing with undocumented immigrants in this country. If you were not born in the U.S., approval all the way up to 69%. By the way, in our data, about 12% roughly of adults tell us they are immigrants, they were not born in the U.S. Now, let's look at ethnic status. Among non-Hispanic whites, approval, 30%. Among Hispanics in this country, approval of Obama's actions on immigration, 64%, and among blacks, it's even higher, 68%. So clearly that has a big difference. Let's put the two together here and look what we find. Even among non-Hispanics, immigrant status makes a big difference. Those data in front of you, 36% to 60%. That's the impact of immigration among non-Hispanics. If you are an Hispanic in the U.S., all approval levels are higher, but the range is 51% for Hispanics born in the U.S. who approve, and that jumps all the way up to 3/4 among Hispanics who were not born in the U.S. Finally, I did mention politics. Of course, this was an action taken by a Democratic president. No shock there then. 70% of Democrats approve, 38% of independents approve, and only 11% of Republicans say they approve of the actions on immigration taken by the president. I'm Dr. Frank Newport, Gallup Editor-in-Chief.